Admiral James Reed stood on the observation deck of the Resilient, Earth's flagship vessel, watching as the diplomatic envoys from the Galactic Council approached. The Council had called this meeting after humanity's recent and unexpected victory against the Vorn Raiders, a species known for their advanced weaponry and tactical prowess. "They're here to see how we did it," Commander Lisa Barnes said, joining him at the viewport. "They can't believe we won with these old ships." Reed nodded, running his hand along the worn metal railing. The Resilient was nearly 70 years old, constructed when humanity first ventured beyond their solar system. The entire human fleet consisted of similar vessels, outdated by galactic standards, utilizing technology the Council races had abandoned centuries ago. "That's exactly why we won," Reed replied. 3 solar cycles earlier, the Vorn had launched a surprise attack on humanity's outer colonies. The Council, comprised of the 12 most advanced species in the galaxy, had offered condolences, but little else. Humanity was the newest addition to galactic society, barely 50 years into their membership. They were expected to fall quickly. Instead, within days, news spread across the galaxy. The human fleet had not only repelled the Vorn, but had sent them into a full retreat. The Council shuttle docked with practiced precision. 6 representatives emerged: the tall, crystalline Lumen, the 4-armed Coradians, the gaseous mist people contained in their environment suits, and 3 others from the most powerful species in known space. Ambassador Thomas Wilson greeted them with appropriate formality. "Welcome aboard the Earth Fleet Command vessel Resilient. We're honored by your presence." The Lumen representative, Bright Prism, stepped forward. "The Council is curious. Your victory defies probability calculations. The Vorn outmatch your technology by several development cycles. We request an explanation." Wilson smiled. "Admiral Reed will provide a full briefing in the war room." The war room was simple by Council standards. No holographic displays, no neural interfaces, just basic 3-dimensional projections and physical control panels. The representatives exchanged glances that conveyed a mixture of confusion and pity. Reed activated the main display, showing the battle in its entirety. "The Vorn attacked here, here, and here," he indicated, pointing to colonies on the outer rim. They deployed standard Vorn tactics, precision strikes using their quantum targeting systems that have never failed against comparable technology, noted the Quadian representative. "That's the key point," Reed said. "Our technology isn't comparable." He zoomed in on a human destroyer. "This is the Dauntless. By your standards, it's practically an antique. We still use physical wiring, mechanical backup systems, and manual overrides." The mist person's translation device emitted a soft hum. "Inefficient and outdated." "Yes," Reed agreed. "And completely immune to the Vorn's primary weapon, their quantum disruption field. Their technology is designed to interface with and disable advanced systems. Our ships don't have the components they're designed to target." Understanding dawned across the various alien faces. The Vorn attacked expecting to encounter ships with neural networks, quantum processors, and AI tactical systems, Lisa explained. Instead, they found vessels piloted by humans making decisions in real time, using technology so old it was incompatible with their disruptors. Reed continued. "When their primary weapons failed, they were forced into direct combat. Our ships might be older, but we've never stopped improving our conventional weapons. And most importantly," he paused, "we train for combat without relying on automated systems." The Council representatives moved closer to the display, studying the footage with new interest. While other species developed more complex technologies, humanity focused on making our existing technology more reliable, more durable, Wilson added. "We couldn't afford to rebuild our fleet every decade with the latest advancements, so we adapted." Bright Prism's crystalline structure shifted, indicating deep thought. "You turned what we perceived as weakness into strength." Reed nodded. "The Vorn expected an easy victory because they assessed our threat level based on technological sophistication. They didn't account for redundant systems, manual overrides, and crews trained to fight without advanced assistance. The Quadrian's four hands moved in a gesture of respect. An extraordinary tactical advantage born of necessity. We never intended to reveal this, Wilson admitted. We were actually planning to request council assistance to modernize our fleet. But now the galaxy knows that technological advancement isn't always an advantage, Reed finished. Sometimes the old ways are harder to defeat precisely because they're simpler. As the briefing concluded, the council representatives requested permission to inspect the human vessels more closely. Word was already spreading through the galaxy. The humans had not won despite their outdated fleet, but because of it. Wendy Drow. They returned to council space. The representatives carried with them technical manuals for mechanical backup systems and recommendations for incorporating redundancies into their own fleets. Several council races began training programs where pilots learned to operate ships without AI assistance. Standing again on the observation deck, Reed watched the council shuttle depart. "Think they understood the real lesson?" he asked Wilson. The ambassador smiled. "That innovation isn't always about having the newest technology. That sometimes strength comes from understanding the fundamentals." "That," Reed said, "and the fact that humans are remarkably good at working with what we have." Far beyond the viewport, the stars seemed to twinkle in agreement. Humanity had not only secured its place in the galaxy, but had changed how the oldest, spacefaring civilizations thought about warfare and technology. Sometimes moving forward meant looking back, and somewhere out in the darkness, the Vorn were undoubtedly redesigning their weapons to target simpler systems, not knowing that humanity was already adapting once again, preparing for the next unlikely victory.